Assalamualaikum. My name is Fathul. I'm the net presenter. So I want to present about civility. Civil society refers to qualities of civility which social conflict would provide. Civility means good manners and respect for the dignity of fellow members of society. It means recognition of the right of the other and hence implies a readiness to moderate particular individual or partial interest in consideration of some common good. It implies a shared sense of identity, a tacit agreement over the boundaries of the political unit, and a tacit or explicit commitment to the peaceful management of dispute among individuals and collectivities sharing the same public space. Civility, according to Edward Shield, is the fundamental virtue of the civil society.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum. I am Intan Mulia. I'm going to explain about the next characteristic of civil society, which is partial and non-holistic. So, civil society is referred as the sum total of the organization and network which is lie outside the formal state apparatus. It is include the whole range of organizations that are traditionally called as interest group, but also non-governmental organization, labor union, professional association, chamber of commerce, religious group, student group, cultural group, society, and informal community group. None of these organizations represent the whole of the community interest. They represent different interests and their objectives at the same time may oppose each other. They are concerned only with some special interests. I'm going to pass to the next presenter.
Assalamualaikum. In this video, I will tell you about the first characteristic of civil society, the first point. So the first point is voluntary and autonomous. Civil society is a domain parallel but separate from the state. It is a realm in which citizens associate according to their own interests and wishes. They usually will form themselves around a charismatic person. For example, members of trade union will elect their leaders and shareholders of public companies elect their directors. Civil society is characterized by a strong element of voluntary participation. Thus, people participate because they will believe in what they are doing and not simply for spending another day at the office. It looks like the essential features of civil society is the autonomy part of private association and institution. In the society, people and groups can pursue their own interests in peaceful association with others. They are protected from the state, yet they are independent from the state, yet protected from. It is associated with reasoned debate, with accommodation and tolerance, and above all, the idea of universal public discourse, which is forged across the particular loyalties. So that's all for me about voluntary and autonomous. Thank you for watching.
And my name is Nur Damita Ramanan, and I'm next presenter, and I want to talk about public end. But public end have civil society stand in the middle between the private sphere and the state. It is concerned with public rather than private ends. Organization characteristics as civil society are those that defend collective rights and values, disseminate public knowledge and ideas, and pursue policy that promote the quality of the life of the community. Civil society, in essence, gain its legitimacy from promoting the public interest. This is the reason why they are concerned with human rights, the environment, health, education, and corruption. They may be interest-based or issue-oriented, but their motivation is the special interest, not personal profit. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum, my name is Siti Nurhanis. I'm the next presenter of characteristic of civil society. So, the characteristic is linked with the state. Civil society, by definition, is composed of organizations that do not wish to form a government of their own. They do not contest election and have no program to offer. They are oriented toward effective policy on the issue that touch them closely. They ask the state to provide a legal and regulatory framework which allow the necessary space for civil society to operate, including, of course, freedom of expression, freedom of association, and freedom to establish non-governmental entities. Sometimes, if the government does not respond to the public concern, civil society can and will organize itself to defend its essential interests. Such movements aim at realizing their demand or even change the form of government, but not to capture the machinery of the state for their own group. Although participation in the political system is not the main objective of civil society organization, these entities do participate in various ways, such as being part of committee, providing expertise of lobbying for their cause. Indeed, Western democracies value civil society participation because its relative autonomy from the state extends the legitimacy of decision. Through their relation with the state, civil society does contribute to the stability and effectiveness of the system. However, civil society organizations also need the state to frame the environment in which they operate. Nevertheless, they maintain the distance from the state. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum, my name is Siti Nurul Atila binti Zulkifli. I am the next presenter. So I want to present about the characteristic of civil society, which is pluralism and diversity. Civil society comprises the partially autonomous spheres of economy, religion, culture, intellectual activities. In the civil society, groups organize and compete freely, and no one group is able to dominate. It is a place where a melange of groups, associations, clubs, guilds, syndicates, unions, and groups come together to provide a buffer between the state and family. It is associated with the idea of the rational human subject, the notions of rights, and the idea of an impersonal state based on the rule of law. The idea of a movement or a group representing the only legitimate path in contrary to the pluralistic and market-oriented nature of civil society. Thank you.